Hello, folks. Welcome to the Gobbler Coaches Show. My partner Ray Reese and I are here with Coach Jack Alvarez. Coach, congratulations on a big victory last week against Wimberley. In my opinion, the biggest win for this program in about 3 years.
It was a big win for the community, the kids. They went down there and they made up their mind that that was one of the goals of the week. We always try to have a short list of goals. One of the goals was to win one on the road, and they wanted to beat Wimberley, but I think they wanted to prove that they could win one on the road. Because what I was hammering at them, saying, "Hey, look, you're not going to be a great playoff team if you can't win one on the road. I'm going to lose a flip somewhere down the line. At home, we played pretty good, so." That was kind of the challenge I put before them, and then they get over there, and I thought our defense just played relentless, and we made plays, and we had to on offense. They had some good people in their defensive front, and they got to us a time or two, but on the night I thought we played pretty consistent on both sides of the ball.
You brought up the defense. Ray and I commented on it numerous times the other night. The bend but don't break defense came out and showed their stuff.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I kind of teased them a little bit. I said, was that the plan, just to get that big guy really tired, and then when he get down on the goal line, he didn't have nothing left?
Pull him out.
But I think a lot of it was just the tenaciousness of the our linebackers and D-line and back end guys. I mean, we made an interception down there deep. We stripped one loose and covered it down there deep, and just to keep fighting when your back's against the wall. That made my heart feel good.
Yeah, in the third quarter, I think I'm accurate on this. They ran 17 plays inside our end of the field. Wimberley was in plus territory, 17 plays. 9 of those were inside our 20-yard line in the red zone, and they got 0 points in the third quarter. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty salty defense.
I thought, when I went back and analyzed the game, I felt like they should, mid-season, they should probably at least score 3 times, and I mean, we missed 2 opportunities down there deep too, so sure. I felt like we should have had at least another 2, and I think it would have been the same kind of great game, but I think the score might have been a little different.
Coach, you also mentioned, and I don't remember it, maybe it happened, but they didn't get to Rosette. Did he get sacked?
No, he did not get sacked.
He
did not get sacked. They were starting. He had some happy feet a couple times, and which kind of I thought made him a little. He's a very accurate kid, and a couple times just wasn't quite where we needed the ball to be. But
credit to the O-line.
Credit to the O-line. But anyway, I was very proud of that. I can't believe his accuracy, but again, we're going to have to credit some of that to O-line too. I agree.
Ray, anything more on Wimberley?
No, it's just, it's a good quality win. On the road against a ranked team, people take notice, and it's good confidence builder for the kids. I'd be curious, how did that win translate into practice this week? Any difference this week?
Well, other than Monday being a holiday, we've had a great week. I mean, Monday, but I will say this, over, I guess I'm getting old now. I guess I've been a head coach almost 20 years now, or maybe 21, somewhere in that range. I quit adding. I quit, kind of like my age. I quit counting. But, I guarantee you I hadn't had 100% of the kids there every Labor Day practice over the years.
And you had 100%.
I had 100%. Yeah. Now, like I said, practice was a little, it's Labor Day, we slept in kind of deal. But, once we got here and got them going, it's been a good week. Tuesday was good. Wednesday was good. Yesterday was good. So, we're primed and ready.
Good deal. Well, tonight, the DeWitt County rivals, Yoakum Bulldogs, come to Gobbler Stadium. Talk a little bit about what you guys are going to face on both sides of the ball.
Well, defensively, they're gonna be in a 4-3 defense. They're going to be very familiar to us as far as the players, and I'm not going to get in and start naming names about their players. But they have some good quality speed on defense. Their free safety is a good player. Number 4. 24, 2. I can go on and on. I can name you the middle linebacker. Those 2 guys are brothers. The guy coaches there, and like I said, I think they're pretty sound defensively. When you look on the other side of the ball, the same numbers pop up again: 2, 4, 8. Offensive line, I don't know. If I had to say something about them, I thought their offensive line was really good last year. You can tell they're kind of rebuilding in there. When you say, well, what kind of offense do they run? I don't know what you would call it. I do have a term for it, and because you can't tell you really can't tell what's happening much. Just kind of helter skelter, hurly gully. The quarterback runs, and then he'll scramble around, and then they'll run a power the next time, just a regular old play. And then they'll scramble around, and he'll get out of the pocket. And, he's making some plays that way. Hopefully, we saw a bunch of that last week, so we'll be ready for him. The other thing they do a great job of, their special teams are good. We're going to have to be very intent on where we're kicking and punting the ball. And I think if we can do that, their kickoff returns and their punt returns have been very, very explosive. So, we're going to be mindful of where the ball is being kicked.
Ray, I think their opponent last week was a district rival of ours.
Smithville,
yeah.
Beat Smithville last week. Yeah.
Yep.
This is
anything you want to talk about as far as Yoakum, Ray?
the way my math adds up tonight's 112th time.
Okay.
Oddly enough, it's not even, but 70 wins for Cuero, 35 for Yoakum, and 6 ties. So we're
Go over that again.
70 wins for Cuero, 35 wins for Yoakum, 6 ties. And so tonight's the 112th time.
I'm pretty sure it won't be a tie.
So,
Not in today's football.
Not in today's football. Well, again, we have not. It's not. I think the longest running rivalry in the state of Texas is Horton El Campo, and they've played continuously. We have not. First time we played Yoakum was 1911, but we have not. There's a couple of years in there that we played them twice in one year, but there's several years in there that we did not play. Oddly enough, one of those years that we did not play was 1918. What happened in 1918? The Spanish flu epidemic.
Wow.
Here we are in COVID. We played them last year. We're playing again this year. But
I'll say this about rivals. I've been very blessed in being in a situation where I've been in some great rivals. I played my first head job. I was in the Pine Cone Bowl. As an assistant, I got to play the Jasper Silsby, Jasper West Orange. Those are unbelievable rivalries. And then, when I was head coach at Ennis, we played the Jasper Waxahachie thing. This is number 100 for them this year. And then get to come be a part of the
Second
the Cuero Yoakum rivalry, and I've been very blessed to see a lot of football history over the years. And this is as good as any of them. And I'm excited to get a chance to play in it.
Hey, if you read the Advocate, just how times have changed in football. Only one time in that history is Yoakum won 4 in a row. They've won 3 in a row, but in 43 to 46, the scores were 7-0, 7-6, 7-6, and 6-0.
That sounded like the 8th grade score last night.
And that was
14-6.
Not a lot of offense
during World War II, huh?
during World War II. That's right.
All right, we'll talk a little bit about the underclassmen. I think the junior high was in action as well to some extent.
Junior high, we scrimmaged the 7th grade. With how everything's kind of went down this year, it's been pretty helter skelter on who. It's just been a slow start. Our junior high got hit COVID pretty hard, and we've been able to keep it going. But finally, we're starting to get everybody here on a more consistent basis. When I say everybody here, I'm talking about like the numbers of kids are showing back up again, which is good for the school business. But anyway, we scrimmaged the 7th grade. 8th grade, we played it more like a game. We actually scrimmaged the white team, and then we turned around and we played a scrimmage game type situation with the 8th grade. So keeping scoring and doing the best I can. I think it was 2-1 is what I would say it was with their 7th grade. Them, when I say them, I'm talking about Yoakum. And then in the 8th grade, they beat us, keeping score 14-6. So both of them very, very close, very competitive. The kids got after it good. It was good, pretty good, clean game. Tell you what, there is a bunch of talent coming on both. I will say Cuero's got talent coming, and they got talent coming. So the rivalry will be a good game for years to come. I'll say that. On the JV, I'll go freshman first. The freshmen lost last night 28-0, and then the JV won 54-6. That's what I said. It's just like a roller coaster. We win one week with the freshmen, next week we win with the JV. We can't get them on the same weeks, but I watched the JV film this morning. They played really good. Hopefully we get the freshmen back on track again. I'm telling you, that group right there, they have a lot of linemen. The freshman group do, and they got good skill coming and starting to develop. And we start putting we put that 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade together. I think it's going to be really, really good around Cuero. So fun times are coming. Other sports, I'll hit them real quick. Cross country's in Coletta Creek this weekend. They're going to run some young kids over there too. They're going to get to run a mile. Coach Rush said he's sucking them young ones in instead of giving them the 2 mile on their first meet. He's taking them. They got a little mile run over there for them. And then our older kids will get to compete in the 2 mile. Volleyball, they'll be at Wimberley tonight. It's tonight now. Tonight they played Canyon Lake last week. Played without Jerry, so we playing some other kids right now. She got a problem with her foot right now, so she's gonna be out a couple weeks, but still played them in 5 sets. All of them very, very tight. I think volleyball program's just getting better and better and stronger too. So, like I said, great times to be a Gobbler.
Ray, you have anything to add?
You gonna do any? I would assume for us, we talked about what Yoakum does, but for us, offensively and defensively, any
We're gonna be in a 3-4.
same thing we've been doing.
We're gonna be in multiple formations and try to be unpredictable. That's what I like trying to do. And then when it comes time, we know where our bread is buttered. So here we go.
Good deal. Well, Coach, good luck tonight getting that 71st win against the Yoakum Bulldogs.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
It's time for football. It's time for football action, and the second longest Texas football rivalry is about to take place. It's brought to you by DeWitt Poth & Son and Energy Waste, the Cuero Gobblers, and the Yoakum Bulldogs in the 112th facing. Good luck to both teams on this great rivalry. It's brought to you by DeWitt Poth & Son and Energy Waste, serving the Cuero and Yoakum communities and bringing you this long-lasted Texas rivalry. Congratulations on 112 years, and good luck.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Gobbler Stadium for tonight's contest between the Yoakum Bulldogs and the Cuero Gobblers. Yoakum comes into the game with a record of 2-0, ranked number 7 in Class 3A. Cuero comes into the game with a 2-0 record, ranked 7 in Class 4A. Ray, you can throw the records and the rankings out the window. Tonight's going to be a good old-fashioned backyard brawl.
Yeah, it's one of those games that, not only do you play them every year in junior high, but most of these kids have played them in CYFL from first grade or whenever CYFL starts, but you've played the guys you're playing for, 8 or 9 or 10 years to get to this point. So everybody knows everybody. Overall, in this 112th meeting, coming into tonight, Cuero at 70 victories, 35 losses, and 6 ties. But Yoakum has won 3 in a row and has won 7 of the last 11. So,
well, hopefully the Gobblers can get back on track and cut into that deficit, so to speak, and come out with a big victory, coming off of a big victory last week.
Yeah,
but Ray, every game, every victory is a big victory.
Oh, sure.
Especially when you're coming off of a 5-6 record as the Gobblers were last year.
Yeah, it was. And, I think last year was a little bit of an abnormality. You had COVID, new coaching staff. You didn't get to, you feel what I'm saying, didn't get to have much of an off-season program. We were talking about some stats in this game last year. Cuero only had 119 yards of total offense, but that was the last game that Jerry Rosette did not start at quarterback, and Breck Ellaby became a good running back. You feel what I'm saying, and a good receiver. But we made a switch, and after that, they went 5-3, or 5-2 to get to the playoffs, and then lost to the team that went all the way to the semifinals in the first round of the playoffs. So you saw the change and
saw the stats go up.
Yeah, saw the stats go up dramatically. The other interesting thing, you got a lot of crisscross and Carl Signs, a Cuero boy, is a coach in Yoakum. Adam Aurora used to coach over there. He's here. Tom Kelly, a classmate of yours, is a superintendent in Yoakum. There's just, you can't help that when you're 16 miles apart and in the same county, or at least half of Yoakum's in the same county, half's in Lavaca County.
And tonight's game sponsors, DeWitt Poth and Energy Waste, they have Yoakum and Cuero ties.
Right.
DeWitt Poth is in Yoakum, Energy Waste is in Cuero,
right,
but they're intertwined due to the ownership.
Yes.
So
a Yoakum girl married a Cuero boy.
There you go. All right, well, folks, fixing to get this thing started. The Gobblers have come out on the field. The Bulldogs are fixing to come out of their blow-up Bulldog. As you can see on the screen, we're glad to bring you this video tonight, the video stream. It was the decision was made to video this thing first part of this week, and we're pleased with it, and we hope you are too. Gobblers are going to be in all green with white numbers, and the Bulldogs are going to be in all white with blue numbers.
I don't know if you noticed a subtle difference. Last week on the road, we wore white socks. we had green pants, White Sox green pants and white jerseys, and at home, the first game in the home tonight, we wore black socks with the green pants and the green jerseys. Not sure if there's any significance in that, but it's just interesting. I don't know who's making that decision, if that's senior captains get to pick. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What they want the appearance to be, or the coaches do that. I don't know.
Well, Ray, I will tell you this. Before you got here, I did see where two of the referees pulled Coach Alvarez and Coach Robinson over there on about the 40 across the field over there, and they did the coin flip. So,
okay.
So now last week they
did it on the
actually
field.
But
yeah.
Tonight, I saw it with my own eyes. You've always talked about it, but they did it on the field. So this thing has been predetermined. This is all for show right here, but we'll see who won the coin toss. I think Yoakum did, because the referee turned to Coach Robinson first and said, "What do you want to do?" So we'll see.
Well, it's good to see our Booster Club president and sidekick and DPS Sergeant Mike Cantu's back on the field tonight with his camera. He takes some great pictures.
He's been protecting the border for the past couple of weeks, and he's back in his hometown. Not his hometown, but back
where he
lives.
Yeah.
Mike's from Robstown. Is it Robstown? Mathis. Mike Cantu's from Mathis, folks. So
Mathis Pirates.
All right, so the Gobblers are going to defend the north end of the field. I think.
No, they're just shaking hands at this point. Let's see, captains: Xavier Durham, Jerry Rosette, A.J. Aurora, and
Kason
Jander for the Gobblers. I wonder if they just flip the coin and the coaches already told them what they want, or they they say, okay, you won, so we're going to turn to your players and see what you want. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm sure why they do that, because they stand there and surely burn enough time, to do it. But that's what I've always been told. Well, two of the captains for Yoakum, number 2, Kevin Smith, and number 24, Javon Williams, both played their junior high ball in their first 2 years of high school ball in Cuero, correct?
Yep, sure did.
There's a third. I'm not sure who the third is, but
Keon Williams.
Keon Williams. Okay.
All right,
Gobblers going to get the ball.
I think Yoakum won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So Gobblers are going to get the ball first. Ray, you want to run through the offensive starters?
Yes, sir. If you'll give me 1 second.
Here you go.
You got it there. Thank you. I didn't have mine pulled out yet. Offensively tonight for the Gobblers, will go across the lineman first. At center, Cameron Bodie. Right guard, Jake Plunkett. Left guard, Matthew Guerrero. At the tackles, Kyle Weghorst and Jason Vela. Tight end, A.J. Aurora. And wide receiver, LeBron Johnson. And we're going to stop right here for the national anthem, and we'll pick that up when we're finished.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang loud, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Clay, I'm going to go back and do this again. I didn't realize we're one of the few teams that gives sizes, heights, and weights. And if you haven't been around high school football a lot lately, compared to 2 or 3 decades ago, the kids are huge. But offensively for Cuero, your sitters, Cameron Bodie, 5'8", 270. Right guard, Jake Plunkett, 6'1", 240. Left guard, Matthew Guerrera, 5'7", 230. Right tackle, Jason Vela, 5'9", 275. And left tackle, Kyle Weghorst, 6', 260. Tight end, A.J. Aurora, 6', 225. LeBron Johnson, wide receiver, 6'3", 180. We'll pause for the Pledge of Allegiance here. Quarterback, Jerry Rosette, 5'9", 175. The other wide receiver, Xavier Durham, 6'1", 175. Running backs, J.J. Belvin, 5'9", 165. And Tyson Williams, 5'10", 180. All right.
All right, deep for the Gobblers is going to be Dason Varela, Justice Belvin, and Tyson Williams. Kicking off for the Bulldogs is going to be Christopher Chavez. All right, folks, we're fixing to get this 112th rivalry game underway. The kicker's got a pretty good leg, Ray. I was watching him in warm-ups.
He does. Kicks it high.
High kick fielded by Varela at about the 13-yard line. He takes it straight up the field, out past the 25 to about the 27. Cuero's going to start at their 28-yard line, 1st and 10. I think it's imperative, Ray, that the Gobblers get off to a good start offensively, kind of set the tone on how the rest of this game's going to go.
Yeah, they've had pretty fast starts both games against Lavernia and last week against Wimberley.
Durham and Johnson are split out to the near side. A little trickery there by Rosette to slip it around Tyson Williams' hip, and it goes for about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, what little bit of film we saw on Yoakum, they get up the field. They're 4 down linemen. I'm not sure if that was quality of who they played or how good they were.
They jumped, no calls made. Pass is incomplete, intended for Xavier Durham. Gobblers went with a no huddle there before that play.
Well, you don't really want to find yourself on 3rd and 14 in the first possession. I think that was just one we thought Jerry thought he had him offside.
Thought he had a free play.
Thought he had a free play, and they didn't call it.
Well, that's what the Gobblers face is a 3rd and 14 to start this game off. Durham and Johnson split to the far side. Belvin lined up behind Rosette, and we have a timeout, Yoakum.
I would think, Clay, that they're going to come after Jerry. They're not going to let him stand back. He's too accurate throwing the ball. They're going to send guys from every angle and every position, I would think, all night. I'm going to be surprised if every time it's a passing down, they're not sending at least 5 or 6, you know what I'm saying, people.
We'd like to thank some of our sponsors tonight. RNC Insurance, they're a gold sponsor. They're located at 212 North Esplanade, Cuero, Texas. Their phone number is 361-277-9800. Stop by and see Rich Carbonera and his staff for your insurance needs. Hopefully we call this man's name a lot, but touchdowns tonight are sponsored by Lance Tire Service. Stop by Lance Tire for all of your vehicle maintenance, repair, or tire needs. They offer credit programs for a wide array of services. They're located at 1003 West Heaton here in Cuero, and their number is 361-275-2387. Have you heard where this chapter's from, Ray?
I think we generally, at least when Travis was here, I haven't asked Jag, but Travis always used Houston chapter.
All right, so here we go, 3rd and 14. Williams and Durham split to the far side. Johnson split to the near side. Belvin in the backfield. Rosette drops back, throws downfield, in and out of the hands of Xavier Durham. He wants a flag. There is none. Kevin Smith's giving him an earful and brings up 4th down. Your punters tonight's going to be Brant Patek, a sophomore. And deep for the Bulldogs is going to be their good running back, Jaden Jones.
Well, if you didn't listen to the coach's show, they're not going to kick this anywhere. They're not supposed to kick this anywhere close to number 4.
Coach Alvarez said he's going to be firing people if we kick it to him. Bad snap. It's blocked. Yoakum recovers it at the 21-yard.
Yoakum's ball.
Cuero got it, but they're not past the 1st down marker.
No, that's the Leon Lett play I get. I think the ball's got to go past the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to give this back to Yoakum.
Yeah, they're talking about it. But if Yoakum touched it.
But I think it has to be past the line of scrimmage when they touch it.
All right.
Remember the Leon Lett play? That was on a field goal, the Dallas Cowboys, but this will be a big plus for us.
Boy, you're not lying there.
Now they go. We're sending our offense back out. This is tricky when we have video one week and we don't have it the next. It's like I'm talking like people can't see. They can see what's going on.
All right.
I just got a text a minute ago from one of my classmates, Diane Gilbreth Unkin, and give her a belated happy birthday.
They're giving it to Yoakum.
Yeah, I think the ball has to go past the line of scrimmage.
Yoakum's going to get good field position at the Cuero 21-yard line following the did they block it or did he just kick it into
he kicked it low, but he kicked it into a guy.
All right. Here we go. Bulldogs come to the line. Kevin Smith is your quarterback. In the backfield with him is going to be Taiwan Garza. 3 receivers split to the near side. Smith takes a snap, keeps it himself around the right-hand side, flags on the play.
Always amazes me when there's a flag that stops a play and the running back or quarterback goes 30 yards down the field like they would have gone that far. There were like three guys who would have tackled him.
All right, so that penalty goes against the Bulldogs, pushes them back 5 yards. They face a 1st and 15, ball spotted at the 26. Jones and Smith in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Hands off to Jones. He tries to bounce it, get around the corner.
Holding.
Flags on the play. Gets pretty good yardage, good elusive back, but I think this one's coming back.
Yeah, they got it. We got double flags here. The hold occurred in the backfield, so they got to mark it from the line of scrimmage.
All right, so the referee has been the Gobbler's friend on this first drive, the Gobbler defense's friend on the first drive.
Brings up a 1st and 25 from the 36, so we're headed in the right direction.
All right. Smith, shotgun formation. Takes the snap, runs the option to the right, making people miss. Gets good yardage back close to almost the original line of scrimmage. You're going to bring up a 2nd and 12.
You'll see Yoakum in a lot of formations tonight. They don't really have one, you know what I'm saying? I think you'd describe them as doing a little bit of everything.
Yep.
Shotgun, pistol, I formation.
Smith takes the handoff, gives it to Jaden Jones up the middle. Fights for yardage, doesn't go down, but going to get a gain of about 1. Going to bring up 3rd and 12. That last one was 2nd and 13. This one's going to be 3rd and 12. So, Gobbler defense, Ray, with these two backs, Smith and Jones, you got to really wrap up because it looks like they're twisting and turning and just getting out of tackles. I've seen some missed tackles, up to now, which is not something that we've seen the first 2 weeks out of the Gobbler defense. Smith rolls to his right. Going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 20.
Yeah, that's good
22.
defense. They were covered down the field. Nowhere for the quarterback. Use the boundary as the 12th tackler and just run him out of bounds.
Brings up a 4th and 11. Real quickly, we'll run through the defensive starters. We forgot to do that when the ball turned over. Xavier Durham and Justin Banda are your cornerbacks. Defensive ends are Arroyo and Jander. Nose guard is Javari Bacon. We'll finish that after this play. 4th and 11. The stands are rocking, folks. Smith runs the option, keeps it, cuts up field, close to the first down, but I don't think he got it right.
He did not. He's a yard short.
Brant Potek coming off the field saying no, he didn't get it. And the Gobbler defense holds.
Yes. Hey, we talked about in the coaches show last week in the third quarter against Wimberley, they had 9 snaps inside the 20-yard line and didn't score. And here we go again. They had, I guess none of those snaps were from inside the 20, but they get down inside the 20 on 4th down and goes over on downs.
The linebackers were Donovan Jones and Braden Mathis, Sean Burks and Brant Potek, and the safeties were Dason Varela and Jeremiah Wilson. Gobblers come to the line, start this second drive. Ball's going to be on their 12-yard line. Rosette hands off to Durham on a reverse. He's going to lose a yard, Ray.
Yeah, they're gonna just come up the field all night. They're down for what little bit of film I've seen. They come. They're stunting every play. They're not engaging the blocker and reading where to go.
Yoakum defensive line is huge. One kid is Alex Giannis is 360. Another one's 250. Rosette turns and pitches to Justice Belvin, and he is laid out in the backfield. A big loss. Number 45, Taiwan Garza, breaks through the line and stops him for a big loss. Referees are talking about, I don't see a flag on the field. Do you? Yep, I see it over there on the far 20.
Remember how what little bit of film we saw, Jack kept saying they would line up offside a lot, that defensive end?
Yep.
Well, that'll help you on 2nd and 11, make it 2nd and 6.
And you're all right. That play for a loss results in a gain for the Gobblers, brings up a 2nd and 6.
That little kind of end around was was Xavier, wasn't it, on first down?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Johnson and Durham split to the far side. Belvin behind Rosette. Rosette looks to his right, throws, caught by Durham, first down.
Yeah, you would think the short passing game, and in a minute they're going to come up as tight as they're playing, and we're going to run right by them.
Brought down by Trey Robbins. His dad, Jeff Robbins, is one of the coaches.
He's got a brother playing too, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
There's 2 Robbins. Yeah, from the 16 out to the 24, pickup of 8.
1st and 10, Cuero at their 24-yard line. Gobblers come to the line. Johnson lined out to the near side. Handoff up the middle to Tyson Williams. He's still on his feet and never went down, but they called him down. Gain of about 2.
Yeah, this might be one of those, if they're going to stunt that much, you're better off running straight at them. You feel what I'm saying, than you are trying to go laterally.
If you're just joining us, the score is 0-0. Gobblers are on their second possession. First possession was a punt block. Cuero defense held, and now the Gobblers face a 2nd and 8 from their 26-yard line. Rosette drops back, throws downfield over the head of LeBron Johnson. Good coverage there by Austin Scherer for the Bulldogs.
They're much bigger defensively, Clay, than they are offensively. Their defensive line is significantly bigger, and those 2 linebackers are good-sized kids. All 3 linebackers, actually.
Rosette gets swallowed up before he can even
Get
out of the backfield by Taiwan Garza.
They're going to say he was down. His forward progress had stopped.
Loss of 4. Bring up a 4th and 12. All right, Brant Patek is back to punt this time.
Justice Belvin was late coming on last time on the punt.
Good snap this time. Good kick by Patek.
That's a great kick.
Turns it over, gets a Gobbler roll out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
That's by far his best kick of the year.
You got that right.
From the That's a 50-yard punt with no return.
He was kicking pretty good before the game, so that's good sign there. Cuero Record is a longtime sponsor of the Cuero Athletic Booster Club. Pick up your weekly paper at local businesses. The Booster Club appreciates the $2,000 donation this morning that the Cuero Record gave to them. So thank you, Cuero Record. All right, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 28-yard line. Late substitution out on the field for the Bulldogs coming straight off the sidelines.
That's good. That's a good job by the official.
I was fixing to say, I mean, he came straight off the field and went out to a wideout position.
Right. And then because if you're not inside the numbers in the huddle, that's an illegal substitution if you don't give the defense time to set or respond.
Oh, they're waving it off. They're waving it off.
No, they took the timeout. He was going to call delay a game, but I mean, if they do that with like 10 seconds left and you want to run somebody on the field, you force them to call timeout or you get a delay a game.
Oh, I got you. Gable Woodworking is a proud sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers.
I know the people that are watching can't see it because we don't have multiple cameras, but Coach Alvarez has got the 5-6 offensive linemen over here on the sideline going over whatever, and he and Adam, they're figuring out what they're not doing right.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 28-yard line. Smith takes a snap, hands off to
Hang on to him.
to Jones, brought down by Burks. Sean Burks, he stayed at home and held him to a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, 1 yard gain. That's right.
Like we said, these Yoakum backs, they cut back. They're quick, so you got to really be disciplined, stay in your position, and you make the play. Handoff again.
Ball's on the ground.
Cuero got it.
Cuero got it.
Fumble on the play, picked up by Sean Burks. Turnover. Gobblers have great field position following the turnover. Ball's going to be on the 27-yard line. Gobblers will start from there.
So he loses 2 on the rush, but turns it over. It's the bigger thing.
Cuero comes to the line with Durham split out to the right, Johnson split out to the left, both backs in the backfield. Rosette turns and pitches it to Tyson Williams over the left-hand side. He fights for yardage, going to get about 5.
Tyson Williams with the carry for the Gobblers. Down to the 22-yard line. Tackled by Keon Williams and Kadarius Price.
It's been the first successful rush from scrimmage tonight for Cuero.
All right, same formation. Whiteouts split to either side. Belvin and Williams behind Rosette. Rosette drops back, throws out to the right. Caught by
First down.
Johnson. Right at the marker. Going to give him the first down.
Clay, what they did over here when he was talking to the offensive lineman on the sideline, their splits, they've totally reduced their splits to take away the gaps. I think compared to what they were doing the first 2 drives, but they're almost foot to foot.
Yeah.
You know, there's no gap between your offensive linemen.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Gobblers. They come to the line. Rosette under center. Turns and hands it to Tyson Williams over the right-hand side. He's down inside the 10, fighting for yardage. Gets in the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Tyson Williams.
Boy, he was dragging people.
Great, tough run there by Tyson Williams to draw first blood. That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire Service. Cuero lines up in their crazy
Swinging
extra
gate.
point, swinging gate formation. Looks like they're going to run it.
He gonna snap it to Rosette, I think.
Rosette's under center. Rosette keeps it himself, tries to get in, and he does. One-on-one.
One-on-one.
I mean, what do you more can you ask for?
Good job by Jerry.
So the Gobblers convert the 2-point conversion, and that brings the score to Cuero 8, Yoakum 0 with 3:34 left to go in the first quarter.
Well, that was 3 plays, a minute 26 off the clock, covered 27 yards, and results in 8 points in the early lead for the Gobblers.
Standard Printing is a trusted sponsor for your office or teaching supply needs. Go see Jerry at Standard Printing. They offer a wide variety of services such as signs, engraving, custom digital work, business cards, and much more.
You know, last night, if you watched any of the NFL stuff, that was really kind of an aberration. Not very often does a team +3 in the turnover margin and lose a game. You know, but Dallas was +3. But in high school football, if you win the turnover battle,
Yeah.
your chances are really, really enhanced.
Harrison Crane set to kick this thing off. This kickoff sponsored by Davis Entities. Squib kicker on the ground, bounces to Jones at about the 27. He's hit and brought down at almost the 30, about the 40, about the 37. So brought down by Justin Banda along with Tyson Williams, along with Garrett Lance. Bulldogs come to the line with 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Kevin Smith.
That tackle move.
Hands off up the middle to Jones. He's dragging people for about a 9-yard gain. Looks like they're going to give him the 10 yards. Going to be a first down.
Zay Jones with the carry. First down at the 48-yard line.
That's Yoakum's first down.
Smith lined up in the shotgun with Jones behind him. Turns and runs the option to the left. Tries to pitch it out, but it doesn't make it. Gets dropped for a loss. Braden Mathis made a great play there to drop him for a huge loss.
Before this night's over, both teams are going to have to be really disciplined, or some kid, as much animosity, you feel what I'm saying, as there is, and
definitely.
mouthiness and having played together, somebody's going to lose their cool and get flagged for 15 at some point. Just hope they've talked about that. Yeah, from the 48 all the way back to the 41, a loss of 7, 2nd and 17.
2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Smith flags on the play.
Motion if they stop the clock.
Yep. False start on the Bulldogs. So they have been plagued with penalties, Ray.
Yeah, that's their fourth penalty for 25 yards, and we're still in the first quarter. Takes it all the way back to the 36. It'll be 2nd down and 22. That's where you got to play down and distance.
Yeah.
Give up 5 yards here, but don't give up 15. Boy, that fullback's a big guy, too.
That's that Taiwan Garza. Handoff to Jones. He tries to cut it
good
up
job.
the middle. Good swarming.
Ball's on the ground
again.
Yoakum
Yoakum
got it.
Zay Jones with the carry. Tackled by Sean Burks. Was no fumble on the play. Ball was recovered by Yoakum at their 36-yard line. Be 3rd down.
Third down.
It's still 22.
From the 36. What comes with all that spinning and turning and twisting?
Oh, yeah.
The
ball gets out and people are grabbing at it. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Bulldogs face a 3rd and long. Smith drops straight back. He's pressured. Getting run down by number 15. Dadrian Perez.
Yep.
Came from the backside and dropped Kevin Smith.
For a loss. It's a sack. From the 36 back to the 34, so he loses 2 on 3rd and 22.
Dadrian Perez was on his horse, folks. He was full speed walking him down. Xavier Durham deep for the Gobblers to field this punt. The punter is, I'll try to get a number for you here, Ray.
Thank you.
Number 3.
Number 3, a good punt.
Austin Shearer, good punt.
Get away from it.
Takes a Cuero roll, and they kill it at the 30. So the Gobblers will take over
16,
at the 30-yard line.
36-yard punt, no return.
Energy Waste and DeWitt Poth & Son is our game sponsor tonight. Energy Waste is a longtime gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers Athletic Booster Club. They are a full-service rental company with modern equipment and exceptional employees that believe in giving their customers world-class service. In business since 1986, they are committed to excellent customer service. Contact Energy Waste at 361-275-2220. All right, Gobblers start at their 30, 1st and 10.
Yep.
Single receiver split to either side, both running backs behind Rosette. Rosette turns and hands off to Belvin over the right-hand side. He gets dropped for a loss.
Yeah, they just come.
Javon Williams there to make the loss, the tackle for a loss, brings up 2nd and 12.
That'll be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, it will, folks. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is Cuero 8, Yoakum 0. Visit Limitless Off-Road and Performance for all your off-road needs and customization, providing the Crossroads with the best lift kits and performance parts, as well as truck accessories with competitive pricing. They are also a gold sponsor, and they also are our defensive player of the game sponsor. So we appreciate their sponsorship.
Show you what the difference a turnover makes, Clay. In the first quarter, Cuero only had 13 yards of total offense. You know, the first time they were all negative, and then we get it on the 27, punch it in from 27 yards out in 3 plays. But 24, 20, 13 yards of total offense, and you're up 8-0. But Yoakum's only got, let's see, penalties have hurt them, but total offense for them in the first quarter, 14, 15, 16, 14. They've got 24 yards, so neither team is lighting it up. Offensively, but the turnover created positive field position for Cuero, and they turned it into 8 points.
All right, Gobblers face a 2nd and 12.
This may be one of those games where you got to start throwing some short passes to open up. You know what I'm saying? Loosen everything up, because they're just coming every play.
Belvin and Donovan Jones split out to the far side. Durham split to the near side. Rosette hands off to Tyson Williams up the middle. He cuts through.
Oh, good job.
Good, gets out to the 40-yard line. Nice run there by Tyson Williams.
Either that or quick hitters, one of the two, but you got to be going north and south.
And that was a quick hitter.
Yeah, you break that initial penetration, and there's a gap. So he picked up 12 on 2nd and 12.
Gobblers go with a no huddle. Jones to the near side, Durham to the far side. 2 tight offensive set.
They're going to call us.
Yep. False start on the Gobblers, looks like.
Their defensive tackle, that number 73 who just went off, they have him listed in the program at 5'10", 360. And he looks every bit of 360.
Which one? Yeah.
The 73, the kid who just went off, 5'10", 360. Let's see.
That's the one I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Huge.
The guy who just came in for him, 6 foot 270. The other defensive tackle, number 45, Tawan Garza, 6'1", 255.
He's sophomore.
Yeah.
That Garza's a sophomore. All right, here we go. Rosette under center. And we have a stoppage in play.
Cuero called timeout.
All right. We'll get this thing going here in a minute, folks. Don't forget, Tender Tuesdays at Bush's Chicken. Bush's is a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers All Sports Booster Club, and we thank them for their support.
I would venture to guess there's not many. They're 3A Division I, which is the larger division of 3A. We're 4A Division II, which is the smaller division of 4A. But I would doubt there's many 3A Division I teams that they're going to play that are going to be as big up front as they are.
Yeah. Got a pretty good crowd tonight,
Yeah.
folks. It was kind of thin at first, but Yoakum's got quite a few people on their side, and, of course, Cuero has quite a few on their side. A lot more down in the general admission section of on the home side, but this is one that everybody wants to see.
Yes, by far, obviously, last year with COVID, it's the biggest crowd in the last 2 years for sure.
Good gate.
Good gate tonight, yeah. UIL will be happy.
All right, Cuero breaks the huddle facing a 1st and 15. Jones and Durham split to the near side. Rosette, quick throw out to Durham to the right. He makes one man miss, gets some positive yardage, but driven out of bounds by Robbins and Keon Williams. Gain of about 4.
4, yep.
Brings up 2nd and 11. 10:46 left to go in the half. Gobblers lead 8-0. Single receiver Jones split out to the far side. Rosette pitches it to Tyson Williams around the left side, and he gets dropped down. Flag on the play. In the area of holding.
I'm not so sure if I was him, I wouldn't decline this. Oh, chop block. Okay.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be holding. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would take 15, yeah.
And that is what? That's about our 4th one this year, huh, Ray?
Yep. We had like 3 that first week. We played relatively penalty-free last week. I think the whole game we only had like 3 penalties for maybe 20 yards or something. It was much. The first game was over 100.
All right. 2nd and forever for the Gobblers. They pitch it to Tyson Williams. He looks to throw it downfield. Got a man caught by Xavier Durham right at the sticks.
I was play before that. I was fixing to say, with as fast as they are all coming, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Doing a nice, pretty little spiral.
And Durham did a good job of going up for it.
Yeah.
Didn't just sit there and wait on it. So that's a big first down for the Gobblers. They're facing a 2nd and forever. They got the ball now 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
26-yard pickup.
Turns and pitches it to Tyson Williams around the right-hand side. Makes one man miss. Tried to get around the corner. Good block there by Kyle Weghorst to drive Javon Williams right out of bounds. Going to bring up 2nd and inches. A good legal block, that is.
Oh,
they are giving it to him.
Okay. Well, we'll give him 10.
We'll give him. Good run there by Tyson. Johnson and Durham split to the near side. Rosette fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, throws out in the flat. Picked off by Jones, going down the sidelines. Got one man to beat. And Rosette holding on for dear life. And he's gonna stop him, but big turnover there. Jaden Jones stepped in front of Tyson Williams out in the left flat. First turnover of the ball game for the Cuero Gobblers. Got to give it to Jones, Ray. He's got some speed to cut in front of Tyson Williams like that.
I mean, I'm gonna say he picked it at about the 35. So it was 1st and 10 from the 40.
Probably about the 38 he picked it.
38, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll give him.
It was a little
12
pass out in the flat.
12 and 25, so we'll give him 37 on the return. Sets up great field position for Yoakum.
Great job by Rosette to keep him from scoring. All right. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Bulldogs. They go for it all down the sidelines. Got a man caught in the end zone, touchdown.
What is Cuero saying? I think Cuero's saying he was out of bounds. If
No.
he ran out of bounds, it's not a touchdown. If he stepped out of bounds on the pattern. Cuero, the defensive back,
they're bringing it back.
was very definitive in what happened.
That was Keon Williams, who was one of the 3 kids that left Cuero and went over to Yoakum that caught that touchdown pass. But it looks like they're going to bring this thing back.
Oh,
they're giving it to him.
Okay.
They talked about it and adamantly shot his hands in the air for a Yoakum touchdown. So, all right.
Clay, who caught it? I'm sorry.
Number 8, Keon Williams.
Thank you. 25 yards, one play. 8 seconds.
All right, looks like the Yoakum offense is going to come onto the field to try to tie this thing. Smith takes it himself, tries to make people miss. He's trying to reverse field, gets dropped for a big loss. Savon Wilson, late flag. Savon Wilson, Sean Burks.
Well, here's the first flag for Malden that we've seen.
On us?
I don't know who it's going to be on. They were both standing there jawing. Smith said something, and somebody barked back at him, I think, but I don't know who they're going to. Maybe they may call it on both just to try to calm everybody down.
All right. Personal foul against Yoakum.
Okay.
All right.
Smith got up and said something.
So it is against just Yoakum. So that's going to help the Gobblers on this kickoff return. So Yoakum is going to kick this thing off from their 25-yard line with the score 8-6 with 9:22 left to go in the half. Deep for the Gobblers is going to be Tyson Williams, Justice Belvin, and Dason Varela.
You'd like to think if we could field it cleanly, we'd get the ball at least at midfield.
High kick.
Yeah, they were offside.
Tyson Williams. He's coming to the Cuero side of the field, cuts it up, gets into Bulldog territory, still on his feet, down to about the 43-yard line. So good return there by Tyson Williams. Flag on the play. We think it's offsides on the Bulldogs.
They were. You can mark, you can take it at the end of the run. That's good. Okay.
Yep. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 38-yard line. So nice field position to start this next drive for the Gobblers. Trying to put points on the board before halftime. Johnson's lined up at the near side. Durham in the slot on the far side. Rosette drops straight back, throws out in the flat. Oh, wide open Tyson Williams gets driven out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Pick up a 7.
All right, Gobblers come to the line. Durham far side, Johnson near side. Tyson in a slot. Turns and hands off to Belvin, and he gets knocked in the backfield by Robbins, who was creeping up to the line of scrimmage. Timed it perfectly, dropped him for a loss, brings up 3rd and 5.
Seems like what we do better with 2 backs in there. They don't seem to know which one to stun at. You feel what I'm saying? When it's 1 in there, it's kind of easier to decipher where you got to go.
All right, shotgun formation. Rosette flanked by both backs, facing a 3rd and 5. Drops straight back, throws down across the middle, caught by A.J. Royal, first down.
That's a good pass and a good catch.
Good catch by Royal.
25-yard line, first down, Gobblers. 34.
They don't use him near enough, you know it, Ray?
Yeah. Coming from an old tight end yourself.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Williams split out to the far side. Johnson and Durham split to the near side. Belvin in the backfield behind Rosette. Rosette looks and throws out to the left flat, and nobody's there. Durham ran down the sidelines, and Rosette thought he was going to be there out in the flat. Incomplete. Second and 10. Two receivers split to the near side, Durham and Johnson. Play clock down to 5. Rosette gets it off. Quick pass out to the right flat, caught by Johnson. He stiff arms, gets downfield, driven out of bounds by Kadarius Price.
Picked up 6.
Ball to the 19-yard line, third down, Gobblers.
Going to bring up 3rd and 4 at the Bulldog 19-yard line. Cuero comes to the line quickly. Bulldogs aren't set. Hands it, pitches it to Belvin over the right-hand side. Gets close to the marker. Flag comes in.
44, Justin Belvin with the carry. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, man. Yoakum's clapping. Holding against the Gobblers. That was a poor timing on that penalty because Belvin was right at the sticks. Pushes it back to the 29-yard line. 3rd and 14.
This is definitely, I don't think you have to think about what play do I have for 14 here. I think you try to get, you feel what I'm saying, 7 or 8, 9, put it into where you got a 4th down and less than 5.
Bulldog Cuero gets the play off barely. Rosette throws down the middle of the field. Oh, in and out of the hands of Tyson Williams. Man, we almost got flagged for delay of game, but that was a quick 25 seconds or 35, whatever they set it on. All right, 4th and 14. Offense stays out on the field. Three receivers split to the short side of the field. Bulldog linebackers are acting like they're going to blitz. Quick pass to Durham. He looks like he was going to throw it, but he kept it himself, and that's going to end the drive. The ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage, but Durham didn't let it loose. So Yoakum will take over.
I guess technically that's a run if he lateraled it to him.
Yeah, well, it was behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to take over at their 27-yard line with 6:47 left to go in the half, trailing the Gobblers 8-6. Smith hands off to Jones over the right-hand side. He gets dropped for no gain. Brant Patek along with Burks.
Before Big Jones stopped at the line of scrimmage. Takes Dan Rose out of the Gobblers, second down.
2nd and 10 for Yoakum. Smith takes the snap, hands off to Jones over the left-hand side. He drags
Jones is carrying a first down for the Bulldogs.
Dadrian Perez for the first down
Perez on the tackle for the Gobblers.
out to the 39-yard line.
He got a little north and south momentum going on that play.
Yeah, he did. Smith takes a high snap, keeps it himself, tries to get it around the outside.
Oh, that's a legal
That's a
crackback block.
crackback
That's
block.
15.
Yep.
Oh, we got 3 flags. The umpire, the referee, and the
Yep.
linesman. You can't do that anymore.
Crackback block on Keon Williams on to, I think that was who was that? Number
25.
5, Dason Varela.
Oh, for us, I think it was 25 was the kid who threw the block.
No, it was number 8.
Oh, number 8
Keon
was it?
Williams.
Okay. I tell you what, Smith for them, he can't run any play without running backwards 5 yards before he starts. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to make the corner. You know, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, that was illegal. It's a, but for the safety of the players involved, that was implemented.
All right.
So 1st and 25.
If that don't get the defense fired up, I don't know what will. Smith running, keeping himself running around the right-hand side.
Nothing doing.
Dropped. Good play
Pursuit.
there by Tyson Williams to come up from his safety position and lay it on Kevin Smith.
Second and 24. Down to 4:57 and counting. Cuero up 8-6.
Bulldogs come to the line with a 2nd and 24. Single receiver split to either side. Full backfield. Hands off to Keon Williams. He reverses field, gets outside, and is driven out of bounds.
Keon Williams is carried for the Bulldogs.
Good play there by Jeremiah Wilson to finish him off because that could have been a big gain.
That's a good job by the secondary on 2nd and 24. You'll give up 9 yards on 2nd and 24. Brings up 3rd and 15.
Smith takes the shotgun snap, rolls
Tackle
in and out of the hands of the intended
Good
receiver.
job by-
Xavier Durham stripped it out of his hands.
Good job.
Intended receiver was Connor Ratcliffe, but Durham was there to knock that thing away, bring up 4th down. So the Gobblers are going to have to get this thing back with 3:42. Going to try to put some points on the board before half. Punter is number 3, Austin Scherer. Deep for the Gobblers is Durham and Williams, lined up at about their 35-yard line.
Oh, good snap.
Not a good kick, though.
We'll take that.
Doesn't get past the 50, so the Gobblers are going to have great field position here. Ball's going to be spotted at the 49-yard line on the Bulldog side of the field.
Yeah, 15-yard punt, no return. That looked like there was no arc in the snap at all. It was a good snap for a high, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most high school games you don't see kids. Actually, they put it at the 48,
48.
so we'll say 14-yard punt. And the time is 3:32. So the Gobblers give up 1 first down and then get the ball back.
They come to the line with Durham to the far side, Johnson to the near side. Belvin lined up behind Rosette. Rosette throws downfield. Ugh, over the head of Durham. Just a little too much. Durham had his defender's outside shoulder and a step on him, but pass was a little too long.
It's interesting, the cornerback out there that was in coverage played 1 play, and he's now off the field.
I saw that. All right, same formation. Pitched it to Belvin over the left-hand side. He tries to cut up the middle. Gets good yards. Poor spot, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks like he was out more closer to the 40, Ray.
I agree.
They're giving us the
42. 42 and a half, actually, probably, but we'll give him 6. Bring up 3rd and 4.
Williams and Durham split to the near side. Johnson to the far side.
Oh, there's nobody out there.
Oh,
geez.
you're right. There wasn't.
There wasn't anybody on LeBron.
False start on the Gobblers. Penalties kill you, man.
Penalties have hurt both teams tonight.
Brings up a 3rd and 9 now. All right, Rosette in a shotgun. Belvin to his left. Rosette takes a snap, drops straight back, throws downfield, up in the air. Caught by Xavier Durham at about the 24-yard line. He made the adjustment, the defender didn't.
That's one of those. The defensive back had no idea where the ball was.
Good play there by Xavier Durham to come back for that thing.
So, 23-yard pickup and the first down.
Cuero goes no huddle on the starting on their 24-yard line of Yoakum. 2 running backs in the backfield. Rosette turns and pitches it to Tyson Williams over the left-hand side. He's still going.
9 yards.
Good run there by Tyson Williams. He comes up limping, though, Ray. Shake it off, Tyson. Rosette now pitches it to Belvin. He cuts up in the middle of the field, gets the first down.
We got 2 timeouts left, 1:50.
Got an injured player on the field. Hopefully it's just cramps.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Can you tell? Is it Tyson? I don't see Tyson in the huddle, so that's why.
Yeah, no. He may have kind of started to cramp up the play before.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Booster Club meets Wednesdays on home game weeks at Davis Contractors on FM 236. RNC Insurance. They're located at 212 North Esplanade here in Cuero, Texas. Stop by and see Rich Carbonera and his staff for your insurance needs. Yep, that was Tyson, and he's up and walking off, so that's a good sign. Our touchdown sponsor is Lance Tire Service. Stop by Lance Tire for all your vehicle maintenance, repair, or tire needs. They offer credit programs for a wide array of services. They're located at 1003 West Heaton in Cuero. All right. Gobblers, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line of Yoakum. They come to the line. Johnson to the right. Durham and
Yoakum called timeout.
Okay.
Timeout, Yoakum.
They sure did.
National last timeout they had.
Grace Memorial Chapel is a Cuero Gobblers Booster Club Gold sponsor. For your funeral needs, contact former Cuero Gobbler Marcellus Wesley at Grace Memorial Chapel. They will provide a personal touch in celebrating the life of a loved one. They maintain the highest level of professional standards and quality care. Grace Memorial is also our offensive player of the game sponsor.
Just a reminder, the class of 96 is having their 25th reunion this weekend. I'll remind anyone from the class of 96 to go to the job section in the cafeteria during halftime for a class picture. And don't forget about those kickouts. I'm just going to try to talk to Coach at halftime.
All right, so we may have our sideline reporter Mike Cantu. Since he's back, he may do a little interview with Coach Alvarez as he exits the field for halftime. So stay tuned for that. Minute 40 left to go in the half. Ball's on the Yoakum 13-yard line. Cuero comes to the line of scrimmage straight from the sidelines. Durham to the far side. Johnson to the near side. Belvin lined up behind Rosette. Hands off to Belvin. Gets met at the mesh point. No gain. Actually, they give him a yard loss. For those of you keeping stats out there, Ray Reese.
Yes. You got plenty of time. With 2 timeouts, you can still make a first down. Stop the clock that way. Tyson's running pretty well over here on the sidelines.
Johnson and Durham split to the near side. Rosette, quick throw out to the side. Caught by LeBron Johnson. Runs over Xavier Durham, and then the Bulldogs get him. They're going to give him to the 10-yard line. So a 3rd and 7. With 43 seconds and counting. Gobblers aren't showing much urgency. 2 receivers split to the far side. Rosette.
He's going to throw the fade to the far corner. Nope.
Hands off up the middle. He's tripped up. That is Tyson.
Tyson's back in there.
And Cuero calls timeout. Visit Limitless Off-Road and Performance for all your off-road needs and customization. Providing the Crossroads with the best lift kits, performance parts, and truck accessories with competitive pricing. Limitless Off-Road and Performance is also our defensive player of the game sponsor. All right, so ball spotted at the 10-yard line. There's 17 seconds left to go in the half. Cuero faces a
Fourth down.
4th and
7.
Big play here. You know, you'd like to be able to kick a field goal, Ray, but I don't know if we have that ability right now.
Yeah, we've been Harrison Crane's been perfect on extra points, but I've, just watching from the judging of it, this would be a 27-yard field goal. That might be the extent.
Stretching it.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never been up to watch him in practice, so I can't say. But
yeah. All right. Well, Rosette's going to be in a shotgun. Next to him is going to be Belvin. Johnson and Durham split out to the far side. Tyson Williams to the near side. Rosette drops back, throws in the corner of the end zone. Got a man.
Touch.
Caught!
No,
intercepted. Ball's on the ground. Oh, shoot. Yoakum picked it up, Ray.
Yeah.
They're going the length of the field. Oh, my gosh. You've got to be kidding me, man. Picked up by Kevin Smith. Taken for a 99-yard touchdown on a fumble recovery.
Well, that's a crazy statistical thing to put down here. So,
man,
12, it was intercepted.
It was intercepted.
It was
fumbled,
intercepted in the end zone. He picked it up
and ran it, but he ran it out.
Back. You're right. So what? You
And
give
then
102 yards? I mean, the ball to me looked like it bounced when he fumbled it, but the ball was picked up.
It was picked up at the 1 yard line by Kevin Smith. I'm not sure if he was the one that intercepted it. Coach
I don't know how two
guys
guys are standing in the end zone fighting for the ball. There's no forward momentum.
Coach Alvarez is trying to get an explanation on this deal. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. The referee's going back out there to bring his crew together to talk about it. I mean, was there ever even any possession, Ray?
No, I thought the Cuero guy had it, and then it looked like the Yoakum guy took it away from the Cuero guy, and then they were both standing there jerking at the ball, and the ball comes out, and again, I'm not saying I'm perfect memory, but goal line, 1 yard in the end zone, one yard in the line. But, I mean, he basically ran it back 100 yards.
That's kind of what I'm thinking is it was an incomplete pass to begin with.
They're still talking about it.
Oh, shoot. Are they saying?
If we caught it and then he jerked the ball away, it's a touchdown.
Oh. The Cuero players are saying it's a touchdown for us. I know we can't go.
Neither one side of the stadium is going to be really upset. I was going to use a different word, but somebody's going to be really mad about this.
Oh my!
I would find it hard to believe that they would turn it
for them to let this thing go all the way down 99 yards
instead of blowing the whistle,
and then let them line up for an extra point. Oh
yeah, the Yoakum coach is not happy.
All right, so the referee's coming over here to talk to Coach Alvarez.
Yeah, they're going to say touchdown. So who did he throw it to?
Oh, my God. Xavier Durham.
Okay, so it's not intercepted. There wasn't a fumble return.
Man.
Kevin Smith ran a long way for nothing.
Okay, so, folks, that's the craziest thing we've seen in a long time.
I thought that's what I said. I thought the Cuero kid caught it, and then they were chicken fighting for the ball.
Okay, so that touchdown by Xavier Durham brought to you by Lance Tire Service. So we go a range of emotions there, folks. We go from thinking he scored to Yoakum scoring to coming all the way back down the field 100 yards and letting Cuero line up for an extra point. So that's crazy. But we will take it. With no time left on the clock, the Gobblers are going to kick this extra point. Second half could get nasty, Ray, because Yoakum is thinking they got cheated on that deal. All right,
but that's the deal. You can't. All you have to do is possess it in the end zone.
Harrison Crane is your kicker.
Good,
and he drives it through.
That's a nice looking kick.
That's
man.
the best kick I've seen.
Yeah, that field goal would have been good from 35. There's our answer.
Yeah, and Daniel Houston was the holder. So good job by those two guys. We got a stoppage in play again to talk about it. And it looks like they're moving us back.
Oh, jeez.
Illegal shift.
Tell you what,
Hey, Harrison.
Again, I saw it live, and I agree with what they did, but you got to have some guts if the officials to let it go all the other way, nobody blow the whistle, and then get together and talk about it.
And then bring it all the way back.
Bring it all the way 100 yards.
I mean at least blow the whistle down there or
right,
something.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Extra point try again from further back. If Crane hits it like he did the last one, that ought to be good. He line drives it through.
And it's good.
And we have a flag on the play.
Roughing the holder.
Yep.
Does that carry over to the second? Should carry over to the second half. We should get the kick off from the Yoakum 45-yard line.
All right, so it's going to be.
No, take it on the kickoff. Oh, they're going to say you can't do that? Okay.
They're declining it. Otherwise, maybe we'd have to take it and move it forward.
Okay.
I don't know.
It could be.
So anyway, we decline the penalty. The extra point is good, which brings the score to 15-6. We're going to Mike Cantu.
Bunch of different looks are coming, and then they're doing a great job. Our kids are hanging in there. We're moving the ball. We just got to be patient and do what we do, and get in their defense is getting us the ball back. Great times, and let's go. Let's keep going.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you guys up in the booth.
All right, thank you, Mike. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. The Wi-Fi, I guess, wouldn't reach that far, but we got a little bit of what Coach Alvarez said. So, folks, at halftime, the score is 15-6. Craziest scoring play we've ever seen in at least I've ever seen in a long time. So that brings the score to 15-6 in favor of the Gobblers. We'll go to halftime, let you enjoy the bands. We'll come back, talk about stats and Gobbler athletics.
Bulldogs band are Alyssa De La Rosa, Delaney Dominguez, Anna Ramirez, Aiden Sherman. Color guard captain is Sheila Webb. President Alicia De La Rosa. Vice President Jose Moravia. Freshman representative River Bergman. Historian Delaney Dominguez. Librarian Connor Dispute. Quartermaster Bella Orozco. Alondra De Los Santos, Dulce Rojas. Loading crew, Lance Workman, River Bergman, Jason Wilson, Maddox Orozco, Anthony Jimenez. Directors for the Bulldog Band are Dr. Jennifer Bogus, Chris Young, Lacey Arsai. The Bulldog Band is proud to present to you the first two portions of our 2021 contest show, The Jewel and the Dragon by Randall Standridge. Tonight we will feature Rafael Quilpas on horn, Aiden Shimmick on trumpet, and Marcelio Orozco on trumpet. The Bulldog Band is under the field direction of drum major Jordan Redlow. Goodrich School District Administration and School Board for all your support. Go Bulldogs!
I'm ready for things to start so I can see her again. Coming tomorrow? I don't know. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Such as she goes. Oh, it's not. Oh, they picked that one. Sounds like mine.
Proudly introducing the 2021-2022 award-winning Cuero High School volleyball team. Yancy officers are Sarah Starr, first lieutenant and All-American dancer Dakota Gaskin, second lieutenant and two-year All-American dancer Lily Hale, second lieutenant and two-year All-American dancer Evangeline Ortiz. Social officers are Dylan Crowley and Soraya Sanchez. Congratulations to our Charter of the Week, Alira Johnson. The Trotters are under direction of Danielle Morales. This week the Trotters will be performing animals played by the Cuero Gobbler Band, so sit back and enjoy the show.
Where's your mama go?
Sorry. She told us boys and two girls.
What's your girl?
warning. Soloists for the band are Brianna Gutierrez, Christopher Meyer, Armando Hernandez, Buck Turk, Brittany Ballard, and Philip Ong. Directors for the band are Rick Barilla and Gary Larry. Field guard instructors is Miss Katie Katie. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, folks, we're back here at halftime. Ray's been crunching the numbers. Ray, tough first half for both teams. You got to give credit to both defenses, tough defenses, causing problems for the other team's offenses.
Yeah, I think the biggest stat, Clay, to me is total number of offensive plays. Cuero ran 33 offensive plays, 16 rushes and 17 passes to Yoakum's 16 offensive plays. And time of possession was 14:35 for the Gobblers to 9:25 for Yoakum. So twice as many offensive plays, you know what I'm saying, for Cuero. But first downs, Cuero had 10. Yoakum had 3. Cuero, 16 rushes for 51 yards. Yoakum, 14 for 46. So neither team is doing much, you know what I'm saying, on the ground. Both teams averaging just a little bit better than 3 yards a carry. Cuero had 98 yards passing. Yoakum had 25, the touchdown. Cuero was 10 of 17 with 1 interception. Yoakum was 1 of 2 with no interceptions. Cuero punted 1 time. Nice job by Brant Patek, 50-yard punt with no return. Yoakum 2 times for a total of 50 yards, so averaging 25. Cuero had no fumbles. Yoakum fumbled it twice, lost it once. Penalties, Cuero 4 for 35. Yoakum 6 for 45. Cuero had 34 return yards. Yoakum had 11. Cuero was perfect on their extra points, 1 for 1 on 2-point tries, 1 for 1 on kicking. Yoakum was 0 for 1 on the run for 2. Neither team getting much done offensively. Surprisingly, Yoakum's averaging 6 yards a play on first down. Cuero a little bit more than 3 yards a play. But third down conversions, Cuero 2 for 6, Yoakum 0 for 3. Fourth down conversions, both teams were 0 for 1. Individually, for the Gobblers, the leading rusher by far, Tyson Williams, 8 carries for 51 yards. So Tyson's done a good job on the ground, averaging about 6.5 yards a carry. Let's see, Xavier Durham said 2. One was kind of a lateral pass, but 2 for -1. Rosette got sacked, 1 for -4. Justice Belvin 5 times for 3 yards. Receiving, Xavier Durham 4 for 45 with the big touchdown right before the half. We'll talk about that more in a minute. LeBron Johnson 4 for 41. Tyson Williams 1 for 5, and A.J. Aurora 1 for 7. So not much offense. Total yardage for the Gobblers 149. Total yardage for Yoakum 71.
All right, so we're leading in the total yardage category. A lot of that is Yoakum shooting themselves in the foot on penalties when they were in a position to, close to the stick, moving the sticks, and they get moved back.
They started their first possession back to 5-yard and a 10-yarder, so they had 1st and 25. Then after they had a 7-yard loss on first down the next possession, and then a 5-yard penalty, so they ended up 2nd and 22. And then the fourth time they had the ball, they scored the next time in one play on the fourth possession. Fifth possession, they had the ball. They had the 15-yard penalty, and it resulted in a first and 25. So you're correct in that. Yesterday, real quick, neither team's back out here yet. We got about 3 minutes left. But yesterday in the underclassmen, I think the junior high teams scrimmaged again. I think the 8th grade, they had coaches on the field. They actually didn't have a green game and a white game, but they played one game, and I think Yoakum actually scored 14 in that, and Cuero scored 6. The freshmen went to Yoakum and were shut out 28-0, but the JV won big 54-6. And on the volleyball front, I think everybody, no matter what team it is, when you talk to Coach Alvarez, missing kids because of COVID or injuries, you know what I'm saying? So nobody's really playing at full strength. But
volleyball lost a tough one tonight in Wimberley. They played really well, but lost in 4 sets. So all the sets were pretty close.
Yeah. So in any event, on the football front next week, it'll be Navarro. The freshmen and JV will play here at home on Thursday night, the 16th, beginning at 5:30. The junior high will be at Navarro beginning at 4:30, and the varsity will be at Navarro next Friday night. That's September the 17th at Navarro. And on the Lady Gobbler volleyball front, this coming week they play St. Joe and looks like Tolosa Midway. The Xerox I've got's not real good. That'll be the 2 games coming up next week. They won't start district play till 2 Friday nights from now. And the cross country team will be running. They just ran at St. Joe's Meet yesterday, and they will be running next Saturday over in Shiner. So, Clay, let's talk a little bit real quick about what happened with the play at halftime. And it was the right call when you go back and look at it on video.
We had one of our listeners send us a little clip of it, and Xavier Durham caught the ball, and then he was stripped. Caught the ball with a foot down,
right,
and then he was stripped. Ball came kind of out of the end zone to the 1-yard line. Yoakum scooped it up, ran it down the length of the field.
Right.
So the right call was made in the end.
Right.
We're just kind of shaking our heads as to why the call wasn't made right then. I mean, you let it go 99 yards the other way, signal touchdown, let them line up for an extra point, and luckily Coach Alvarez goes out there and says, hey, can I have some explanation on what happened there? The referees met and talked about it and overturned it.
Right.
And so great
communication.
Great communication, but it was a great, I mean, hey,
right.
Do the right thing kind of deal.
If you catch a ball in the end zone and you possess it, it doesn't matter. You don't have to make any more yards or do anything. So, if you possess it, you can't jerk it out after you possess it, and he jerked it out after. And, of course, for us, it was from where we're sitting, it's the farthest corner, you know what I'm saying, of the field from where we are. And that's what I thought I saw. I thought the Cuero guy caught it, but
it was a bam deal.
I didn't know if the Yoakum guy intercepted it and we were fighting for the ball. But clearly, when you watch it on replay, the Cuero kid caught it first, and then the Yoakum kid was trying to pull it out, and it did come out. But you don't have, there's not like a 2-second rule or a 1-second rule. You possess it in the end zone, It's a touchdown.
So, all right. So good change of events in favor of the Gobblers. Brings the score to 15-6, fixing to start this second half. By the way, that halftime was sponsored by RNC Insurance. We hope you enjoyed watching the bands, and we hope you enjoyed the stats and Ray's update on Gobbler Athletics. We're fixing to get this second half started. A second half that's probably going to be a lot like the first one, just a defensive battle, Ray.
Yeah, 2 good defensive ball clubs.
Real important that we win the turnover battle in this thing because, this being a close game as it is, can't afford to put the ball on the ground or throw a pick. So deep for the Bulldogs is Jaden Jones along with Keon Williams, I believe. Harrison Crane's going to kick this thing off. Squib kick down the middle of the field, bounces and taken by Keon Jones, or about the 31-yard line. He brings it to about the 40. That's where the Bulldogs will start this second half.
That's what Coach Alvarez wanted to see happen in the kicking game. He didn't want to let number 8 or number 4 get going.
All right, Bulldogs come to the line. 2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Bulldogs work strictly out of a shotgun formation. Smith takes it, rolls to his right, looks to reverse field, got a blocker, good block, into Gobbler territory, driven out of bounds by Durham. But not after a big gain. That play will stand, no flags on the field.
From the 40 to the 40, you pick up a 20. Yeah, Yoakum only had 3 first downs in the first half.
Well, they're definitely starting this first drive out better than they did the first half. 3 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Jones and Smith in the backfield. Smith runs the option, keeps it himself up the middle. Gain of 1. Brought down by Jander, along with Mathis.
Yeah, his best play is when something breaks down, like on that when he rolled to the right and reversed his field, but he's just kind of a scatterbug all over everywhere.
Trying to make something out of nothing.
Right, yeah. Tell you what, Jones, their tailback, that towel on the back of him is almost touching the ground.
Shotgun formation. Smith takes the snap, hands off to Jones. He tries to bounce it, cuts upfield, brought down by Burks.
That's good defense, too.
Arroyo and Javari Bacon.
Picked up 2. Be 3rd and 7.
Bulldogs stay in the same formation. 3 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Jones and Smith. Smith high snap, keeps it himself. Arroyo gets out of the grasp of Arroyo, gets close to a first, going to be about a yard short.
That's one of those, if they could have tackled him at the first point of contact, it'd be like 4th and 5 instead of 4th and 1. Yeah, he was able to run through a couple of tackles and pick up 6.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 31-yard line of Cuero. Here we go, 4th and 1. Big defensive play here for the Cuero Gobblers.
They're going off left tackle.
Oh, the ball snapped over his head. Smith gets dropped for a big loss. Turnover on downs, folks.
Yes.
Bad snap. Cuero defense prevails. Gobblers get pretty good field position because that was a big loss.
From the 31 all the way out to the 44, so a loss of 12. No, a loss of 13, excuse me. Tell you what, Clay, Cuero's defense this year, they just have a knack. I mean, you can say that was a gift by the offense, but they just have a knack of making something happen.
Yep. Johnson split wide to the far side. Tight formation. Rosette keeps it himself. Gets to about the 50, gain of about 6. So nice wrinkle there by the Gobbler offense. Brings up 2nd and 4. Same formation. Pitch to Belvin around the right-hand side. Makes one man miss. Tries to make the corner. Still on his feet. Pushed out of bounds by Austin Scherer, but not after a big gain for Justice Belvin.
That's good to see, Justice. Last week and this week seemed like every time they've given him the ball, somebody's been 2 yards deep in the backfield right in his face. Little positive yardage for Justice from midfield all the way down to the 32, 18 yards.
Another pitch to this time to Tyson Williams. He gets cut down by Jones. Going to give him no gain. You know, if you're watching out there, the pitch there to Tyson Williams, the outside is just wide open, but they rely on their safeties to come up and make that stop, which is what Jones did just then. Durham and Johnson split to the near side. Rosette under center. Rosette rolls to his right, throws over the head of Xavier Durham. He was open, but overthrew him. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, you're still in 2-down territory here. They're not going to punt from here, I wouldn't think.
15-6 is the score. 8:10 left to go in the third quarter. In the 112th meeting of the DeWitt County rivalry. Jones and Williams split to the far side. Durham one-on-one out here to the near side. Hand off to Belvin. Ball's on the ground. Looks like we recovered it. Man, you got Durham over here one-on-one, Ray.
Yeah, I'm not.
Man, that's kind of tempting there. Looks like Patek's going to come out on the field. They're going to punt this thing.
Huh? As soon as I said they wouldn't punt.
He turns one over like he did the last time. It'll be over in the concession stand.
Boy, this is true field position football here.
Jaden Jones deep for the Bulldogs, lined up at about the 9-yard line.
It's the third punt and the third time.
Belvin comes on late.
Comes on late every time.
They better get this. Well, doesn't really matter if they don't get it off. Kicks it away from him.
Get out of bounds. Oh,
going to the sidelines. It's going to go out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Great punt there by Brant Patek. He kept it away from Jaden Jones, the good running back, and angles that thing out of bounds, so the Bulldogs will take over at the 5-yard line.
28-yard punt, but that you're not worried about the 28 there. It's where it ends up, and he did his job.
So you're right, Ray. They're playing field position. Now let's hope for another Bulldog turnover, and we'll have good field position. How's that?
Yeah.
Bulldogs come to the line. 2 receivers to the near side. Smith hands off to Jones over the left-hand side. Brought down by Christian Holmes. Good play there by the defensive end on the opposite side.
Seth Burks was coming. He missed him for what would have been a loss. You fought him saying in his stunt, but still good defense to hold him to 3 yards on first down.
We have a local score. Yorktown is tied with Brentwood Christian Academy 33-33. Smith keeps it himself, tries to go out the backside. Burks brings him down. Give Burks credit for that tackle there. Braden Mathis comes up and finishes him off.
Yeah, he lost a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line.
Big play right here, Clay.
Big play.
If you can hold it here, you're going to get good field position
You're exactly
again.
right. Smith fakes to Jones, throws downfield, wide open man, in and out of his hands. Wow.
Wow. That would have been a first down.
Big time, man.
That kind of the bootleg and drug the tight end, and he hit him right in the numbers, and the ball didn't like number 25, and it bounced out.
Big break there for the Gobbler defense. That kid was wide open.
Yeah, it was a well-designed play.
Deep for the Gobblers is going to be Dason Varela. and Xavier Durham. Good to see Dason back out there. He was the
Yeah,
one
he
that
got his bell rung.
Yeah.
Okay. Snap it over his head. Nope, good snap. Get away.
End over end kick, fielded by Durham at the 38-yard line. Gets plus yardage to about the 35.
Yeah.
So the Gobblers take over with good field position with 5:39 left to go in the third quarter.
So a 31-yard punt with a 3-yard return. Good job there by catching it in the air. Sometimes on those you just get away when it's that sharp, but he kept it from turning into a 10 or 15-yard, roll for Yoakum.
Cuero comes to the line with a single receiver, LeBron Johnson, split to the far side. Jones and Williams in the backfield. The handoff is to Jones up the middle. Gets about 2. Gable Woodworking is a proud sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers.
That's Zeiler's first carry for the night.
Standard Printing is a trusted sponsor for your office or teaching supply needs. Go see Jerry at Standard Printing. They offer a wide variety of services such as signs, engraving, custom digital work, business cards, and much more. Rosette pitches to Jones around the right-hand side. He hurdles one defender and driven back. Gets thrown down late. No flag.
Well,
gain of it's going to bring up third
he
and
got
4.
4, yeah, so it's 3rd and 4. I would think if you make anything, we punted from the 30 last time, but I would think if you make anything here and you got 4th and 1 or 2, you're not. Last time it was 4th and 10.
Tyson Williams, the lone back in the backfield. Pitches to Tyson Williams. He gets it. Flag on the play. I think they're going to call holding, huh, Ray, on number 65.
That's crazy. You normally don't see a line judge do that.
Yep, 65, Jason Vela, they're going to call holding on him. Bo Robinson is going to move him back and replay the down.
Yep. Oh, yeah, the ref's got a mic, yeah. I don't know.
It's starting to work. Didn't work the first half. All right, 3rd and 14.
Tell you what, penalties have been big against both teams in this game, Clay.
Johnson split to the far side. Durham in a slot. Play clock under 5. Durham goes in motion. Rosette rolls to his left. Misses one tackler. Throws downfield.
Touchdown.
Oh, get it out of the hands of LeBron Johnson.
Boy, he put it on.
Oh, man, that was a great pass. Man, that was a beautiful pass by Jerry Rosette.
Yeah, he stepped up in the pocket, away from the defensive end rush, and Yoakum's got a kid down in the back, out the field of play over here.
Johnson had him beat by a step, and Rosette put it on him right at the end zone and in and out of his hands. So we have stoppage in play due to an injured player. Grace Memorial Chapel is a Cuero Gobbler Booster Club Gold sponsor. For your funeral needs, contact former Cuero Gobbler Marcellus Wesley at Grace Memorial Chapel. They will provide a personal touch in celebrating the life of a loved one. They maintain the highest level of professional standards and quality care. Grace Memorial Chapel is also the offensive player of the game sponsor. All right, so 4th and 14, the punt team comes on. Boy, that was a missed
Yeah,
opportunity.
no,
there,
that was a touchdown. I shouldn't have said touchdown. I said he got him, and he was open, and he put it right on him.
Oh, you called a touchdown prematurely?
Yeah,
not you.
Not me. No, not me. But yeah, I think I did.
All right, Brant Patek is your punter. Jaden Jones is deep for the Bulldogs.
That's kind of like we said, first down, Yoakum, and that kid, 25 dropped it, but you anticipate that they're going to catch it.
Doesn't get a rush. Good kick. Goes. Oh, he fields it 1 yard deep in the end zone, goes down the sidelines, and gets brought out of bounds at about the 20. So, Riverboat Gambler Jaden Jones there fields it 1 yard deep and gets it out to the 20. All right, into the game now at running back is Javon Williams. Stoppage in play while the referee ties his shoe.
That was nice. I needed about 3 seconds to get caught up, and he gave it to me.
All right, here we go. 3:33 left to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs take over. Handoff to Javon Williams up the middle. Down the sidelines. Stiff arming folks and gets into Gobbler territory. Big run there by Williams.
31 yards.
Going to spot it at the Gobbler 49-yard line following that big run. High snap given to Smith. Hands off to the big fullback, Taiwan Garza. He gets about 4.
$40, 45 or 46?
45.
45, thank you.
Brings up 2nd and 6. Another high snap given to Smith, who hands it off. Ball's on the field. Cuero says they got it. And they did. So Javon Williams puts the ball on the ground. Cuero recovers it. Number 8 for the Gobblers, Donovan Jones, carries the ball all the way off the field over to the Cuero sidelines to let everybody know that was me, folks. That was me. 1st and 10, Cuero at their 47-yard line following the turnover.
Clay, we got to do something with the field position. We've been in there, and we're not in there in the field, but we've had great field position. Our own 44 and their 35.
And come away with nothing.
And come away with nothing in the third quarter.
3 receivers, now 2 receivers split to the far side. Rosette in a shotgun. Fake to Durham on a jet sweep. Looked like a flat. There you go, face mask. There we go.
Did you see
Yeah.
Javon Williams? I mean, that's crazy. That's 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's what happened earlier, first half.
Yeah.
Weghorst drove him all the way into the sidelines. That's Weghorst right there, too. So, face mask, folks, on the Bulldogs. Ball's going to be spotted at the Yoakum 37-yard line.
Who carried the ball?
For us?
Us, yeah. Because
Durham.
They gave him 1 yard because they
Xavier.
marked off 16. So I guess he got 1 on the carry and then the 15-yard penalty.
Yep. Rosette under center, turns and hands off to Tyson Williams up the
There you
middle.
go.
Gain of about 4. Gobblers go no huddle. Turn and hand off to Tyson Williams again. Gets a first down and more. He's still on his feet, folks, inside the 20. Good run in there with the help of some linemen to assist him. Power football right there.
From the 33 all the way to the 18, so he picked up 15.
Gobblers again come to the line, no huddle. Rosette turns, hands off to Tyson Williams. He gets met in the backfield and driven back. No gain.
You know, it's been interesting to watch the adjustment. You know, we have obviously running wide's difficult because they stun everybody. And so we've been really consistent and content just to, you feel what I'm saying? Run it straight ahead, and sometimes it's a no gain, and sometimes it's 5 or 6 yards.
Johnson and Durham split to the near side. Belvin behind Rosette. Hand off to Belvin over the left-hand side. No gain. You got to give credit to Yoakum's defense. They got a couple of linebackers. Those Robbins brothers, man, they are pretty solid over there on that side of the ball. There's about a 1 second difference in the play clock and the game clock, so they'll have to run a play.
Be the last play of the third quarter unless it's an incomplete pass or a penalty.
They better hurry. They get it off. Rosette looks to throw, and he throws it out of bounds.
That was forward. I don't think this lineman's acting like he threw it backwards.
That's going to be the last play. Well, hold on. Let's see what the referees are talking.
Well, they could say, I don't think he was intentional grounding. I think they were grabbing him and they turned him. You feel what I'm saying, as he was throwing. It wasn't like he was throwing it to avoid the sack.
All right, so that's going to be the last play.
Okay, so they did call it a lateral.
All right. So that's the end of the third quarter, folks, with the score Cuero 15, Yoakum 6.
You need to tell me how you do that statistically. Is it a fumble that goes out of bounds and so you lose, team yardage?
Got to be.
It's got to be a fumble because it's not a complete pass. It's not an incomplete pass. So we lost from the 18 all the way back out to the 22.
It's time for football action, and the second longest Texas football rivalry is about to take place. It's brought to you by DeWitt Poth & Son and Energy Waste, the Cuero Gobblers, and the Yoakum Bulldogs in the 112th facing. Good luck to both teams on this great rivalry. It's brought to you by DeWitt Poth & Son and Energy Waste, serving the Cuero and Yoakum communities and bringing you this long-lasted Texas rivalry. Congratulations on 112 years, and good luck.
All right, folks. So we flip the end of the field. Your fourth quarter sponsor is Gable Woodworking. Gobblers face a 4th and 14 on the Yoakum 22. Ray, what do you do here?
I think I'd try to throw it up kind of like you did right before half. Xavier and/or LeBron. I think LeBron's listed as 6'3". If you could get him isolated on somebody, you feel what I'm saying, that's 5'9", is a cornerback or something, play a little basketball and throw it up and see if he can go get it.
I commented in that third quarter, Durham had this kid out over here to the near side,
right,
one-on-one. If we could get that matchup.
Because I don't
that
think
kid that he was one-on-one with is over on the far side over
Side.
there, which is the short side of the field.
Because I don't think you can give Jerry long enough. Like, you might want to say, well, let's run Tyson out of the backfield up the seam or on a wheel route or something. But I don't think we can't protect that long tonight.
All right,
But they got Tyson lined up as a tight end. Tyson Williams is a tight
Johnson
end.
split to the far side. Rosette in the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back, looks to throw, throws, caught by Xavier Durham, wide open, down at the 1 yard line.
That was a well-designed play because they brought Williams, and he took everybody with him when he went to the left.
Big fourth down conversion there for the Gobbler offense to get the ball to the 1 yard line.
That's another one of those where Rosette was rolling to the right, and he's left-handed. He got his shoulders turned and threw a dart.
Perfect strike. Gobblers come to the line. Pitch to Tyson Williams on the right-hand side. Touchdown. The play kind of stopped, but I guess he just stopped at the goal line.
He stepped at the end zone and stopped.
All right, so touchdown Gobblers, touchdown Tyson Williams. That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire Service. Gobblers line up for 2 to begin with. They don't even try the swinging gate. Rosette pitches to Tyson over the right-hand side. He's met. And
no, they're going to say forward progress stop.
Yep. All right, so that brings the score to 21-6. Coach Hobbs, the medical doctor, is out there running out on the field. So we have an injured gobbler and an injured Bulldog.
It's an interesting call to go for 2.
I think the thought is, hey, we're already at 21.
Yeah, but but if you go up 16, you can't. 2 scores and 2 2-point conversions can't beat you. It's 6 or 1 half dozen or the other. They always say on TV that the coaches have those charts, and so I don't know what the chart says. Right. I'm just saying, but you could have, now 2 8 points and 8 points would beat you 22-21. But we're not going to let it come to that. How's that?
There you go.
There you go. No, that was a nice drive. Clay, 47 yards. 53 yards. We started at our own 47. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays. And chewed up 2 minutes and 57 seconds to stick it in the end zone.
All right, don't forget, Tender Tuesdays at Bush's Chicken. Bush's is a gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers, All Sports Booster Club. We thank them for their support. Tonight's game sponsor is Energy Waste and DeWitt Poth. Energy Waste is a longtime gold sponsor of the Cuero Gobblers Athletic Booster Club. They're a full-service rental company with modern equipment and exceptional employees that believe in providing first-class service for their customers. In business since 1986, they're committed to providing world-class customer service. Contact Energy Waste at 361-275-2220. All right, this kickoff is sponsored by Davis Entities. Harrison Crane will do the kicking from the 40-yard line. Deep for the Bulldogs is Keon Williams and Jaden Jones.
What a huge 4th down conversion on 4th and 14, 21 yards to the 1 yard line.
21-6 in favor of the Gobblers. 11:46 left to go in the game. Little pooch kick by Harrison Crane, fielded by the Bulldog at about the 36. And he's ridden down hard by Micah Montalongo.
Cuero with the kickoff return for the Bulldogs. Tackled by Jeremiah Wilson and Sean Burke. Ball is marked at the 37-yard line. First down, Bulldogs.
All right. First and 10, Yoakum at the 37-yard line. They look to try to come back in this contest. Smith rolls to his right.
He can't throw it again. You can only throw it once.
Throws the pass, deflected by Justin Banda. He catches it, and they tackle him for a loss, a big loss. Good play there by Banda.
Yeah. So
to stay at home.
Kevin Smith picks up, from the 37 back to the 29. He gets an 8-yard rushing. You know what I'm saying, Ross, because he didn't complete it to anybody.
Completed it to himself.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know.
Give it. That'll be
okay. Or you give it. I guess you could give it 2 to 2 for -8. We'll do that. Okay.
There you go.
I just know you can't throw it again.
Yep.
That happened in the college game last week.
Kevin tries to go out the back gate and reverse his field. Nothing doing. Javari Bacon. Javari Bacon there to finish him off, so brings up third and about 15. It kind of looked like he almost wanted to throw it.
Again, yeah. They had that Baylor got a safety on that against Texas State on the last play of the game. They were tossing it around. A guy threw a forward pass, and then they went into the lateral mode.
Yeah.
But you can only throw it forward once in a play.
Smith keeps it himself.
Oh, that's coming back.
Flag on the play. He gets out to about the 40. Nice run there. Brought down by Dadrian Perez. But this thing may come back.
Do you take the penalty or do you? I think you do. I wouldn't give him 4th and 7.
Yeah. Yeah. Give him 3rd and long, huh?
Yeah. So the ball went from the 32 all the way back to the 22. So now they got to get all the way to the 47. So you got 3rd down and 25.
All right, 2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Smith and Jones in the backfield. High snap, but he takes it. Smith directs his receivers, looks to throw. In and out of the hands of Keon Williams.
Yeah.
Good defensive play there again by Dadrian Perez.
Our secondary is salty this year. They don't leave many people wide open for sure. This will force the punt.
They react good when the ball's
in the air. Yeah. It's like when you throw it, it's just as much mine as it is yours.
All right, deep for the Gobblers is Dason Varela and Xavier Durham. The Yoakum punter's at about his 8-yard line. We'll take another 21-yarder. This one's a little better. Takes a Cuero roll. Bulldogs down it at the 50-yard line. So pretty good field position for the Gobblers to try to put some more points on the board.
28-yard punt, no return.
Cuero Record is a longtime sponsor of the Cuero Athletic Booster Club. Pick up your weekly paper at local businesses. The Booster Club appreciates the $2,000 donation that the Cuero Record gave to them this morning. Thank you.
Pulitzer Prize-winning Cuero Record.
There you go.
Not many small towns in Texas can say that, going back to the uncovering of the Veterans Land Scandal.
That's right. All right, Durham and Johnson split to the far side. Rosette under center. Throws quickly out to Durham. He catches it, tries to get around the corner, gets a block by Johnson. Flag on the play.
Geez.
They're going to call him for blocking while it was in the air, Ray?
Probably. That's a good job by Jay. They were hanging on him. He took the snap, stood up, and threw it, and they were already hanging on him.
All right, holding against LeBron Johnson out there, split out wide. So
Yeah, we get Jerry gets the completion to Xavier for 8 yards, and then they mark off the hold from that point. So you come back, and it's 1st and 12 from the Cuero 48.
The clock is your friend here now.
Yeah.
They come to the line quickly. Pitch it to Belvin on around the backside.
That's the
Nobody was out there.
That's
Quick pitch.
That's the first time we've kind of been able to get the edge.
Just a quick pitch out there, and he got the edge. Gets good yardage.
From the Cuero 48 all the way to the.
Looks like it's going to be about 1 yard, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, but right back to almost where the pass was completed to. So he picked up 11.
All right, we got an injured Bulldog over on the Yoakum sideline, so we'll take a official's timeout.
Yeah, just let me throw some numbers out. I'm adding,
Okay.
So when you hear pauses, I'm adding numbers in my head. But in the second half so far, 27 minus 13 is 14, 17, 19, 49, 50, 48, 52. Yoakum's only got 44 yards of total offense in the second half. And really, Cuero doesn't have much more. It's been a game of field position, and we've had the short field and been able to punch it in a couple times. And our defense, just like they did against Wimberley, it's kind of had a bend but don't break approach. And somehow or another, when they need a big play, they come up with a big play. But to hold them to 44 yards basically in the third quarter.
Rosette, quick pitches to Belvin around the right-hand side. No gain, going to bring up a 3rd and 1. They tried to run that thing again and just get the corner, and the Bulldogs were there to cut him down.
I would just go get under center and quarterback sneak. If there's nobody over the center, you can't, They got that big guy in there. I don't know whether they're going to put him over. Yeah, they got
tight set.
But yeah,
good call there, Coach.
Yes.
Coach Reese.
Yes, he made like 4 or 5.
He's still going. Now they blow it. So Rosette with the quarterback sneak gets the Gobbler first down. Now start chewing some clock, taking this thing down to about 5 or 6, and then snapping it.
Well, and I don't know, as an ex quarterback, one of the funnest things is you just go in the huddle and you just say, when I move my hands under you, you snap it, and you never say a snap count, and the defense can't react. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell your guards to look at the ball, and everybody goes on no count, if you will.
Rosette keeps it himself, rolls to the left.
There he
goes downfield. Caught by Xavier Durham. Down the sidelines. Good block there by
number 8.
Donovan Jones to spring the touchdown by Xavier Durham, folks. Donovan Jones just pushed his guy inside, and Xavier went around him down the sidelines to finish that thing off. That touchdown brought to you by Lance Tire Service. It was a
38-yard touchdown.
38-yard touchdown reception. Rosette to Durham.
Well, the only thing bad about that was we didn't use much clock. We'll take 6 points. 2 minutes and 2 seconds came off the clock. 5-play drive covered 50 yards.
There you go.
We're going to kick it this time. Yep. Go up 28-6.
Harrison Crane out there to kick this thing.
Harrison remains perfect.
And Crane drives it through, folks. 7:17 left to go in the game. Cuero leads 28-6.
Yep, 5 plays, 50 yards.
Ray, be thinking about the players of the game. I already got the offensive player in my mind that I think.
Yes. I think I'm thinking the same thing. I don't keep defensive stats. The coaches do that off the film. So
We kind of just got to think back to big plays.
Big plays.
So we'll have your defensive and offensive players of the game before we sign off.
You've called it because I don't write it down, but do you remember who's recovered the fumbles? Or am I testing your memory too much? That's a lot of.
Yeah, one of them was one of the Jones twins. Another one was, I think, Justin Banda. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. So maybe we'll have a Gobbler make a great defensive play that'll seal our decision before the game's over. How's that?
That sounds good to me.
All right. Harrison Crane set to squib this one down the middle of the field. Fielded by Keon Williams.
Good job.
Brought down. Great play there by
number 29.
Garrett Lance. Good tackle
job
there by Garrett Lance to bring down
backside.
Keon Williams.
Didn't let him, outside contain.
All right, so
that's the worst starting field position for Yoakum after a kickoff all night. Good job by the Gobblers.
26-yard line, 1st and 10. Yoakum, 2 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side.
Oh!
Throws out to the right flat, and number 9, Kadarius Price, was running a post route, and Kevin Smith threw an out route.
Yeah. If he'd have thrown it 2 feet to the inside, it'd have been 6 for Cuero. Yeah. The ball was much closer to Braden Mathis than anybody.
All right, 2nd and 10. Only thing wrong with that, well, 2 things. One incomplete, and it stopped the clock. We jumped. They let the play run. Got to tackle him, guys.
That's a hard pass.
Intercepted by Xavier Durham, but this thing's going to be brought back.
Well, but it should have been penalty on Yoakum. I mean, we were off sides, but he threw an illegal forward pass. He was way past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
Huh.
In my estimation. I know we're looking at an angle, but
Coach Alvarez is pointing that way toward them.
I mean, I think it's offsetting penalties. We were off sides, but we didn't make contact, so the play can go, but he was past the line of scrimmage, so you're going to see the hand behind the back.
There is a flag on the far side over there, so maybe that guy called it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They missed that one.
All right.
I'll be anxious to go back and watch that on film. See, only one part of your body has to be behind the line. You can drag a foot. You follow what I'm saying? And your plant foot on the front foot on the throw, but
2nd and 5. Hands off to the fullback over the right-hand side.
You know what, Clay? This year our defense, we don't really have a lot of size on our defense, but they fly to the ball, and they'll hit you.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, compared to size-wise of what Yoakum's defense is compared to Cuero's defense, I mean, they're not even anywhere remotely comparable.
That carry was by number 17, Will Robbins. New quarterback in the game, number 1, Ashton Douglas. He keeps it himself up the middle, but gets corralled down by number 11, Braden Mathis, but not after a Bulldog first down.
He picked up 7. That's okay as long as they're running it. The clock's moving.
Kevin Smith back in the game at quarterback. 2 receivers put to the far side, 1 to the near side. Takes a snap, hands off to Jones.
Up.
He's still on his feet. Tough run in there by Jaden Jones, brought down finally by Dason Varela.
Territory, the first down for Yoakum.
His run, we have a flag on the play though, Ray, on the far side over there.
Jack's saying take him back. No, that's going to be on Cuero.
Personal foul, face mask. So, man, that's not what we want. Ball's taken down to the Cuero 26-yard line following the face mask. Smith rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws in and out of the hands. A good defensive play there by Justin Banda. Banda's played pretty good on defense tonight, Ray.
Yeah, he really has. Second and 10. See if the Gobbler defense can do it again.
Smith keeps it himself around the left-hand side.
Oh, good defense.
Good defensive play there by Xavier Durham to come up and cut his legs. 4:49 left to go in the game. Gobblers leading 28-6.
Yeah, he lost a yard on that.
Yeah, he did.
3rd and 11.
Three receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. High snap. Smith trying to make something happen, and he's making people miss, folks. Tough to bring down. Got to give him that.
It's going to be 4th down.
Going to bring up 4th and 1. And looks like Yoakum's going to call a timeout.
Yep. Stranger things have happened, like the last play of the first half, but I like the way the clock is moving. I'll say it that way. How's that?
It's not moving fast enough.
I know it's not moving fast enough, but it is moving.
Folks, don't forget, tune in next week when the Gobblers travel to Navarro.
Right outside of Seguin. Geronimo, I guess, is actually the kind of the name of the little town, Geronimo, Navarro. Navarro High School in Geronimo.
Gobblers are very familiar with Navarro.
Yep.
Used to be in their district. They've
Played
played
them
each
in the
other many
playoffs.
times in the playoffs. Had some good games against them. They're kind of like Wimberley.
Yeah.
They used to be in our district, plus we played them in the playoffs, and it's always a competitive game.
For surely is. Yeah, last year we beat them in the regular season, but they knocked us out of the playoffs, first round.
All right, here we go, 4th and 1.
Can we get another bad snap?
Hand off to Jones up the middle. He gets a first down easily.
Yeah. That's okay. The biggest thing here is make them use 2 or 3 more plays, you know what I'm saying, to score. So he's down to the 9, so he got 7.
Savon Wilson comes into the game as a nose guard. Out comes Weghurst. Uh-oh. Hands off to Jones over the left-hand side. Big hit there by Sean Burks. Ray, did you hear what I heard?
What?
I heard a air horn.
Oh, okay.
Remember the controversy 2 years ago with that air horn?
Yeah. They're banned. You're not supposed to use them in UIL events. I was on a truck outside? Okay.
It wasn't a truck, though. Was it? Or was I?
Yeah, the clock is moving, which is what we wanted to do.
Smith throws in the corner of the end zone, up in the air. Turn around, Banda.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
We got 2 referees standing two yards
They
apart.
didn't space very good, did they?
The linesman came down the line, and he was standing right on top of the field judge.
Yep, they flagged him. Keon Williams kicks the ball out of the back of the end zone, and they flagged him. Good for him.
Again, not saying they're not going to convert, but it was second and goal from the 8. You throw an incomplete pass, and then you have
Oh, they're picking up the flag. The player was asked to take the ball off the field, so he kicks it out of the back of the end zone and gets flagged. Then they pick the flag up. All right. And then they swapped the ball out that was already there on the field. So, wow. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, that should have been a delay of game if nothing else.
Wow. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. Smith hands off to Jones up the middle. He gets hit in the backfield.
Oh, he's still going, but
Brant Patek.
Yeah.
Brant Patek, A.J. Arroyo. Good defensive play there. Brings up 4th down.
That's a.
All right, here we go. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the game. This is Yoakum's ball game right here. High snap. Smith reverses field, throws, caught. Touchdown, Austin Shearer. Flag on the play. Number 4 for Yoakum's got his helmet off. It's getting chippy, Ray.
Yeah.
You knew that was going to happen, man. These two teams know each other. They don't like each other.
That's the first red zone touchdown Cuero's given up in 3 games.
That's probably going to be a dead ball, huh?
Yeah.
Touchdown will stand?
Yeah, I think the touchdown will stand. 2 to 3 for 8 yards. Unless the ref said something happened during the play.
Yeah, they're talking about it.
Look where their coach is. I don't know. I can't say that's Robinson. I can't see that far. But, I mean, their coach is out almost at the hash marks. Did the Cuero guy jerk his helmet off? Or
I don't know. I just looked back and saw his helmet was off, and then they were jawing. They're pointing to Cuero.
They're going to say it's dead ball. They're asking us, do they want it on the play or on the kickoff?
All right. So unsportsmanlike on Cuero. Touchdown's going to stand. Yeah. Did you hear it? All right.
And
so that brings the score to 28-12 with 2.5 minutes left to go in the game. Bulldogs line up for a 2-point conversion. Smith looks to throw. Gets wrapped up by Jones. By Donovan Jones.
Yeah, he's played a good game.
He's played a good
He had
game.
the good block on the touchdown pass, too.
All right, so 2 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the game. Cuero leads 28-12. You got to think there's going to be an onside kick here.
Well, the good thing about that was it took Yoakum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plays to go 74 yards, and they chewed up 4:43 off the clock when they're down 3 scores.
All right, looks like Cuero's getting their hands team out on the field, or fixing to. Yoakum will kick this thing off from the Cuero 45-yard line following the step off.
Good job.
The onside kick fielded by Zyler Jones. So Cuero will take over there. That was more of a line drive than onside, huh, Ray? All right, so 2 minutes, 28 seconds left. Cuero takes over at their 31.5-yard line. Yoakum has 2 timeouts left. Cuero offense still got some work to do to put this thing away. Rosette under center. Turns and pitches to Donovan Jones. Gets hit hard by Taiwan Garza. Gain of about 1.
Zyler? He got hit, but...
Yes.
Yeah, Zyler, okay.
Yoakum's not taking their timeouts. Run this thing down. Play clock's at 18, 17. Run this thing down to about 5 since Yoakum's not calling their timeouts. He snaps it at 7. Donovan Jones up the middle.
You keep saying Donovan. Isn't it Zyler? 32.
Yeah, did I say Donovan? I'm sorry.
Are they brothers?
They're twins.
Twins? Okay. They just have different haircuts. How's that?
They're not much different.
They're not much different?
All right, 3rd and 6. So just to be clear, that was Zyler Jones. I'm sorry if I called
No, it's no
Donovan.
problem. I'm just making sure I'm writing it down right. Yep. 3rd and 6.
Okay, Rosette's going to snap this thing with about 4 seconds. Pitches it to Zyler again over the left-hand side. He cuts upfield. going to be short. They're going to give him a gain of 1.
32, Gobber Jones with another carry for the Gobbers.
Kind of makes you wonder, Ray. They called neither one of their final 2 timeouts, and the game clock is at 39, 38, 37. So the Gobblers can run this thing down to about 7 seconds.
Yeah. Just stand there.
Now they call a timeout.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
odd, but oh well. We'll take it.
Whatever you do, punt it out of bounds.
Yeah. Gobblers facing a 4th and 5 with 20 seconds left to go on the game clock, up 28-12 against the Yoakum Bulldogs. Folks, we appreciate you listening. How many devices we're watching, Oscar? 800. 830 devices. Man, we appreciate y'all listening and watching. Like I said, tune in next week. Gobblers go to Navarro, face a tough 4A squad in the Navarro Panthers. All right, here we go. 20 seconds left. 4th and 5.
Drop back and throw it as far as you can. Throw it out of bounds. Oh, I thought when you said 5, I was thinking 5 seconds. Yeah. Remember the Big 12 championship game when they went back and saw when the ball hit the rail in the stands is the when to stop the clock?
All right, we're going to take a delay of game here. And the punt team will come on.
Come on.
Brant Patek back to punt. Line drive down the field, takes a gobbler roll inside the 30.
Perfect.
Great. Out of bounds at about the 27. That took 9 seconds off the clock. So with 11 seconds left to go in the game, the Yoakum will come out and try to.
I know we do have a special. Do we do special teams player of the game?
We don't.
Okay. Well, you could give a defense to the punter. I mean, I agree. I mean, he's done at the 1 yard line, the 5 yard line. He's kept it away from Jones. That was from the 32 all the way down to the.
He'll probably the team gives a special team
38. That's a 41-yard punt with no return.
The team gives a special team player of the game.
Okay.
He will probably.
Yeah.
I would think he would get that.
He's done a good job.
All right, here we go. 11 seconds. Smith runs around, throws it in the dirt.
Incomplete pass for the Bulldogs.
Three seconds left to go.
Barring a defensive penalty, this should be it.
And then you got to hope that both the teams keep their cool after the game.
Right, yeah, for sure.
All right, here we go. Smith throws it nonchalantly out to the right flat. And he gets driven back, and a flag comes in. I think they're going to call that on the Yoakum player, Ray. Number 77 came in late.
So, who caught it?
Number 9.
Number 9, thank you.
Yep. Ball game. All right. So that's the ball game, folks. The Cuero Gobblers come out on top, 28-12. Tough, hard-fought game by both teams, both defensive.
Yeah, both ball clubs have good defensive teams.
Played
for
solid.
Sure. On the last play, what do you want to give him on the reception? 1 yard?
Yeah, we'll give him 1 yard.
Okay. They never really spotted the ball, so.
Okay, so who's your offensive player of the game? Who do you think it should be? I got mine written.
Hang on here. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. That would help. I think it's got to be Xavier.
That's what I had. He had two touchdown receptions.
Right.
All right.
And he had over, 38 and 21 is 59. So he had 104 yards. No, he had more than that. He had 112 yards receiving.
Okay. I agree with you on that. I picked Justin Banda as the defensive player of the game.
I can go with that.
From all the pass breakups he
Yes.
had. So your offensive player of the game, sponsored by Grace Memorial Chapel, is Xavier Durham. Defensive player of the game, sponsored by Limitless Off-Road and Performance, is Justin Banda. Folks, we appreciate you watching. Tune in next week to the Cuero Gobblers versus the Navarro Panthers in Navarro. Ray, enjoyed it?
Yes.
Oscar, thank you for the production. You did a great job.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.